Okay, so Christmas has come and gone, as we said in his video last.
Yes.
December has come and gone, and over December I spent loads of money on presents and so forth and stuff, and I also bought too much. Yeah, so before I start onto my other bits, I've got some pictures of stuff I bought. I mean, I've bought over Christmas a complete collection of the Mortal Kombat X comics, which is based just before the game. It's like the story prelude to it. Halfway through them, really good. And I also bought something I'd wanted since a kid. And take a picture, there we go. This is the Corgi 1164 Dolphinarium. Yes, I finally bloody got it. I couldn't remember what it was called, but we figured it out.
It was really funny. Yeah. The night he sort of worked out, he said, I've been looking for ages, I can't find it. And I like kind of sat there and I'm like, I know it's a Corgi. He didn't know it was Corgi. He thought it was Matchbox. He'd been searching for Matchbox and stuff.
I'd searched Hot Wheels as well, but I was so unsure for Hot Wheels.
And I remember seeing it in the old little pamphlets you used to get in Corgi cards. You used to get these little catalogues, little things, and they had like sort of 60 pages, whatever it was. And there were like circus ones, and there were all these different bits and pieces and stuff, and Dolphinarium was in there.
Yeah.
So I remembered it was Corgi. So we found it in about 5 minutes.
You know, as soon as you put Corgi, it's like, there it is, Corgi Dolphin, and it turned up straight away. But it's been way too pricey. I mean, it was earlier in the year last year when we saw it, but one came up before Christmas, 20 quid, immaculate condition, not box but that's what I want to put in my cabinet, and that's where it is. But it's not that's where it is in the picture, because where it is in the picture is where it's a picture of it. Like that. But yes, so, stuff I bought.
Actually, do that. How's Freddie doing?
He's hanging around quite well. He's on top of the unit. There he is, can you see him?
Yes.
Say hello, Freddie. Yes, he's found his new home, so he's been watching everyone that comes into my front room from now on. It's pretty cool, because where he is, it's like into the dining room. Anyone that sits down can just look up and see him staring at them.
Has it freaked anyone out yet?
Yes. My mum kept going like that when she was around. It was hilarious. It was awesome. At the end of it, I just pushed the door shut again. So, yeah, so stuff I got over Christmas. Christmas present from my mother, who knows I like the series, is
Clementine!
Yeah! And we're finally going to get to bloody finish the series as well. I mean, just before Christmas in November, I went on a Telltale Games binge.
As I have done before. Not as good as mine.
Yeah.
Mine was a lot.
No, I mean, I shot through 5 games.
Yeah, I did like 7, you know, so...
Yeah. And yeah, so I'm almost up to date with Telltale Games, really enjoying it. And that figure was cool. I wanted the Lee figure, but then they had that one in. It was, had that. And this was the birthday present. See, as you can imagine, it's what you buy your 42-year-old son, isn't it? You buy him toys.
Transformers.
Not the grown-up stuff anyway, but yeah. That's the crocodile one. It's pretty cool. Very similar to the other one. So these are like 30 quid, but 8 quid in B&M. There's none left now. They're all gone.
Why was it? Is it Snaptrap originally he was called, and he was like purple and stuff?
Yeah.
I think he was a headmaster, I believe.
Yeah. Well, these are sort of headmasters.
Yeah.
They got like it's a head turns into a little robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were pretty cool.
A skull puncher? I can't remember.
Oh, and as I've been going on the and as I've been going looking for the old GoBots Robo machines, just turned up on eBay. Look, woo! So I had to pick them up. This is pretty awesome. I paid, including postage, £4.95 for this. Pound.
Awesome.
That's $3.95.
I mean, I honestly like looking at the back of the box more than I do actually.
That's why I've got them. They have to have the card. I mean, you look at the card. I mean, do the elevator music so you can get intrigued by the card, and yeah, they are absolutely awesome. And I want more, but since I've like bought the 3, they're there, but they're now like 30 quid plus. No one's doing auctions anymore. They're all just buy it now. So.
I have found that for everything at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you know, games and anything I'm looking at, everything is just buy it now. Just the past month or 2 since Christmas and stuff. You know,
yeah.
so.
I mean, so a lot of the stuff I got from Christmas, obviously, people need money at Christmas, so they sell stuff. So they sell stuff for a lot cheaper at Christmas. We'll start off with, there have been 2 games I've been after for a long time. I was really happy in October to knock off number 1, and that was Mega Man The Wily Wars.
Which is like a huge unicorn. You know?
Yeah. The next one, which comes so close to it, which I have been after for many years, which isn't as much of a unicorn, it's bloody pricey. I got off my buddy Wes, someone or other, you know who you are, Wes, you watch the videos. And I paid 65, which is still a hell of a lot more, for Space Harrier on the 32X, and it's a fucking great version.
But the thing is that graphically, it's really close to the Saturn version.
Yeah.
There are very little differences between that and the Saturn version.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a huge but here, and do you know what it is?
Queen Latifah. She's got a huge
I
butt.
was going to say J-Lo, but you know.
J-Lo. Yeah, it's artificial butt though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Kardashians.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's the biggest butt.
No, they're just huge assholes. Right, now...
Yeah.
But the thing is, the big problem with this is Mega Drive pad, there's no analog. You know. And on the...
What you're saying.
On the Saturn version, you can use the 3D Nights controller.
Yeah.
And it's so much better.
It feels so nice.
It's so much better for playing Space Harrier than the standard one.
So good, because I was playing, on the Mega Drive, I was playing the Space Harrier 2.
That's really bad.
If you've got a Space Harrier 2 on the Mega Drive, it's absolutely dreadful.
Yeah.
The thing is, this comes my collection to the 32X to an end. There is nothing else I want out there. I mean, I sold a few bits through the year. I've got all the games I actually want and enjoy playing on it now. But yeah, and this is a really good conversion. It's like,
It's actually surprising how good it actually is.
Yeah.
But like I say, it is a shame about the analog. Because the arcade had analog controls. And I really think that you kind of notice that sort of
you
lack.
do as soon as you got it. It's with the 6-button pad. It feels a lot nicer because it's really strange. I hate the 6-button pad, the D-pad and the 6-button pad for beat 'em ups. I can't stand it. I think it's awful. But for a game like this, it's fine. But yeah, if only they like a Saturn pad adapter, which of course is coming soon to everything from, was it a retro bit or something? But yeah, so when I heard about this a long time ago, and I wanted to pick it up when it was like 20 quid. So you can imagine how many years ago that was. I wasn't as excited for this back then as I was for Afterburner. Now I got Afterburner free. No, Afterburner, sorry. Afterburner 3 is on the fucking magazine.
Yeah, it's Afterburner, so.
Yeah, and it's not great on the 32X. It's okay, it's playable, it's fun, but everything's cut down. It's just not as good. But this is an upgrade to the Mega Drive, and I thoroughly enjoyed my hour or so playing it the other night. I'm chuffed to have it, so. Okay, so, yes. On to the next game, which...
We're seeing a theme here.
Oh, okay, so in the year, as I said earlier in the year, I want to collect a certain series. I don't want to pay way too much for this sort of stuff. And I was in the Ashford CEX recently, and I picked this up for 40 quid. It's X-Men vs Street Fighter. The whole thing is absolutely mint condition, and it's a brilliant game if you think of it as a one-on-one game. Don't think of it as X-Men vs Street Fighter. Have yourself a cup of tea for when the loading screens turn up.
The thing is, like you say, there's a lot of loading, and there's no tag system properly. There's like strikers.
You jumped into doing
the strikers, but there's no tag system. But the thing is, actually, as just a one-on-one fighting game, it's still really fucking solid. There are missing frames of animation and stuff, but it still plays really well.
It's the same with Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter. If you see them as single player, not tag games, they're great. And no, not great. They're okay. And you know, it's one of the that I've been wanting to get for a while, but it's always been 100 quid.
Again,
40 quid.
For the love of God, get the Saturn version.
Yes.
The Saturn version is so much better.
Make sure you get a RAM card and a modded Saturn to go with it.
Yeah, because you won't run the actual replay.
Yeah. And the next game I bought, because I had to buy it back, let's start.
My favourite 3DS game!
Yeah.
Of all time.
I have a 2DS now, so... And it's amazing in 3D, but I can't play the 3D aspect of it, so I've got to get another one down the line. But this is Lilac Wells stroke Star Fox 64. Yeah, and really, really good. It's a decent price as well, 8 quid, because this was right in the 16 quid mark in the year, isn't it?
Such a fucking good game. I mean...
Better than the Wii U game.
The biggest problem is that they really sonicked it, because like the first 2 games were great, and everything else where they tried to do something different, they fucked up, and it was dreadful. You've got Adventures, which actually isn't a bad game, but they took Dinosaur Planet and fucked it up by putting Star Fox
Rare,
in
weren't it?
Yeah, they fucked it up by putting Star Fox in it. They really did. Dinosaur Planet looked like it was going to be awesome.
I remember seeing the first trailers, but it came out at the same sort of time as the cameo trailers, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was working both at the same time. Yeah, but yeah, no, I've played Star Fox on the original SNES back in the day with Richard, and I've definitely finished it. And I played that for about an hour. Yeah, really good. Never played it anymore. And we'll go on to these.
A must buy, by the way. Is that £8 whatever it is for Star Fox? If you've got a 3DS, buy it. It's so good.
Yeah. Right, so at the moment in time, just before Christmas, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat 11, so I've pretty much been living on Mortal Kombat X on a mobile phone, believe it or not. It's quite different.
I am really the exact opposite, because I have played a lot of Mortal Kombat, but I really don't like it. It's like I try and play like each one to kind of see if I'd like it or whatever. And
Yeah.
I got really good at Mortal Kombat 3, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 9 onwards, they're actually really good. They are actually pretty good games. I mean, that's not like a fanboy talking. They are actually solid. They are actually quite good. Anything before that is honestly fairly bad.
Shaolin Monks,
in my opinion.
it's okay. I think the only it's like Xbox. The only one I haven't played for is Armageddon because we didn't get it over here. I mean, we got it on the Wii and the PS2, didn't we?
Yeah,
I've got
it on the shelf. Yeah.
But yeah, I played for them all. I like the adventure mode they put in. I mean, it's all just filler. You know, it's all big areas. It's like a 40-hour story, 5 hours of
The thing
content.
is, I just hate the gameplay. I mean, it's so basic and poorly balanced and everything else with Mortal, especially the first two. Three was probably the best until 9.
2 was so fucked up. 2 was so over hard.
Yeah.
In everything you could play. I mean, Shao Kahn in that. If you can beat Shao Kahn in an arcade, it should literally print out a check for 10 grand for you completing it because it was so hard. And there was so many versions of number 2. I mean, I remember the first time I saw number 2, I'd gone to Margate Arcade with my friends back in the day. And in 2 different arcades, there was 2 different machines, versions of Mortal Kombat 2, and they had different characters in them.
Yeah.
And they were both too fucking hard to play.
Yeah. And they had so many different versions, different fatalities and stuff. That, you know, it wasn't until like they come out on the consoles they kind of completed it and had like a full version actually released, which is uniform.
What always made me laugh about Mortal Kombat is when they first put in animalities. You know, there was a character, I can't remember which character it had, but their animality was a scorpion. Shouldn't that have been Scorpion's animality? It wasn't Scorpion, but it's just like, yeah. But anyway, on the stuff I've bought. These are basically, they're all American Game Boy Advance games. I picked this bundle up for a real decent price for okayish games. I've actually spent some time on these. But this is Mortal Kombat Advance, which is basically Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 with 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
4.
It's the shoulder button.
4, yeah.
Right button doesn't do nothing. You've got block and you've got 1 punch and 1 kick. And yeah, I mean this was their sort of prototype to bring it out on the Game Boy Advance. You'd had Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 on the original Game Boy, which are huge characters, but you can't see what the fuck is going on. So just imagine it plays okay. So the next 2 games, okay, these are
3D-ish.
Yeah, right.
In a vomity kind of way.
This first one is Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. What basically this is the Game Boy version of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. But one of the things that's good about this, and it uses an engine where basically it's still 2D. It's got the 3D that doesn't quite work. But what this has got to it is it plays okay. It's quite responsively, and it's got loads of unlocks. I mean, I played through this one twice.
Yeah.
And
I have seen people say that that's actually better than the like PlayStation
the
versions
Xbox version.
and stuff,
Yeah, I'd probably say it is because Deadly Alliance does play a bit. Yeah,
but it still looks shit, you know.
I mean, if you look at it as you're going to play a game on the SNES, because basically it's what the Advance is, and yeah, it's okay. But the next one is the surprising one out of 3 because this is Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition, and what it basically is it's Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. They use the same engine again, but they give you a completely different roster of characters, and they apparently gave you, which I don't know if it works anymore, flawless one-on-one play. It was designed to actually be for tournaments in America. And this one alone is like a stupidly crazy price on eBay. And again, it's similar. I think you get about 14 characters to start off with, but you've got like 6 to 8 characters that are locked behind a play wall, which you have to like play the game loads of times and unlock. And the fatalities look pretty awful.
They're really bad.
They've still got the...
Here's some examples, you know, but yeah.
Yeah. But for play-wise, I mean, if you're going to... As I always say about games like this, if you're going to be sat in the car waiting for people, like so, and my mum seems to be mentioned a lot tonight, but her other present she got for me for my birthday was Sonic Mania Plus, because it was in clearance at Smith's for I think it was 12 quid. Which is Sonic Mania plus a few extra characters. I actually don't know hardly anything about this game.
There's extra levels and stuff as well.
Extra levels?
Yeah.
Cause I can get
there's that new character there that was kind of like a little flying squirrel thing. And
Encore mode. Yeah, because you can get like the add-on for like 3 quid, but you don't get a nice silvery case. And as Tony told me tonight, a reversible Mega Drive cover, which is still sealed, so I can't.
So open it and do it.
Yeah. No,
Open
mine.
it up and do it.
No, mine. I'm not breaking the seal. Yeah, I tell you, I played the normal Sonic Mania, and I thought it was the best Sonic game that had been released.
Yeah, Sonic Mania.
Forever.
I need to buy this. I should buy it now when it's cheap.
It is so good. The only thing that got me is the actual last level is a lot harder than the last boss. Because when I got to the last boss, I did it on like the second attempt. Yet the last level, oh my god, it was days till I finally got it properly. Now I've not fought to the proper last boss because that's for the Sonic hardcore that lives Sonic. That's mad. That's mad. Not quite Mario Odyssey mad, but it's mad. But yeah, it's a nice little pickup. And there's going to be a theme for the next two games. The first one was, well, over Christmas I built up, say, credit through the year.
And one I don't like and one I do.
On stuff. And over Christmas I tend to spend it on presents. If I don't tend to spend it on presents, hey, it's for me! And so Argos were having a Christmas. Did you know that? Argos was having a Christmas. Argos was putting stuff quite cheap over Christmas, and I had Nectar Points, which was like £12.50.
Over a Christmas? Which Christmas?
Yeah, the Christmas just gone, 2018.
Oh,
Yes, in December, strangely enough. And so I picked up this for, so it was in the sale at 20 quid, I had £12.50 worth of Nectar Points. And the bees came and fought me, but I fought them off. And yeah, so I've never sat down and played a proper Crash game properly. I sat down with Richard and tried to play Crash 1 and got nowhere. I played the Crash Bandicoot 1 part in Uncharted 4. And I've been watching Richard playing it quite a lot when he's been around there, and I thought I just want to give it a go. But it's one of the things that I don't want to spend lots of money on.
I have really, honestly, always never liked Crash Bandicoot. I kind of tried playing it and stuff, and when you compare it to things that were around at the time, like Croc Legend of the Gobbos, which is a bit later.
Croc is great.
Mario 64.
Yeah, missed that one.
And Knights. When you compare it to those sort of things, and then Banjo-Kazooie, it's shit. It's really, really shit.
I think they've purely gone for nostalgia value on this. I mean, when they bought him back, they shoved him into Skylanders, didn't they?
Yeah. They've done a really good job of actually remastering it. The graphics look really nice and everything else.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do that much for the gameplay because it's just like into the screen running and stuff, and it's
jumping.
Just
yeah.
It's just not my thing.
And they're definitely playing on the nostalgia thing to get this out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite funny how another fact that I don't know, Crash, who was supposed to be exclusive on Skylanders SWAT team.
He was time based.
Yeah,
he's
he's actually playable on Xbox One now.
Yeah,
360.
Yeah, it was time based.
Yeah. They never actually announced it, but if you put Crash on there, he now works.
It's time based
on the Skylanders game. But yeah, so you get all three, and so. Yeah,
it's you know, if you get it cheap, it's kind of a good deal. There are a lot of people that are just that little bit younger than us that kind of love it and grew up with it and they kind of adore it and stuff.
So I miss them,
which is fair enough. But I played them at the time and I never ever liked them. Crash Team Racing, however, bloody great, and there's a new version coming soon.
Yeah, by the same
awesome.
people.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But the actual Crash games, I no, not for me.
Yeah. However, the next one
it's really good.
Yeah, it got delayed a few times, and everything about this is like a proper love letter, as they said about Crash Bandicoot, and of course we're talking about Spyro, the Reignited trilogy.
Which is really easy.
Yeah, it's apparently you can like breeze through each game in about 8 hours with all the collectibles and all the side stuff. And whilst I've got this, I mean, I think Kira will love this as well. She sits down and play it. And it's my 3D, you know, because I was talking about earlier about playing Mario Odyssey. No, it wasn't. That's his video. So, referred to his video. Yeah, a good sort of 3D game. You get all three of them on there. I love the upgrades. And I love the fact that all the dragon bosses aren't generic dragons anymore. No, they've actually given them personality and no subtitles, though. Because apparently there's a big moan about the fact it's got no subtitles in the end. There's an issue with getting subtitles to display or something. Yeah, now with this one, my friend Diane gave me £10 for my birthday. This was £20 at Argos. So, hence £10 plus £10. Yeah.
But it's a good, you know, it's a good buy. There's some really cool games there. I mean, I am too old to have enjoyed Spyro properly when it came out. I did play it a little.
Give him his pipe.
I did play it a little bit. I quite liked it. I thought it was quite charming. And everything else, and I quite liked it, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. But I thought it was charming, and I thought it was good. I would like to play it like now. But
now we're filming.
But I would much rather play Skylanders, and that's kind of my sort of thing, because
he's got his Spyro in every Skylanders.
Yes, yeah. I have many versions of Spyro. So
Ramhorn Spyro, I think, is the best.
No, I have a dark Ramhorn Spyro.
No.
He's even cooler.
Yeah, you haven't caught them all yet, have you? Yeah,
I think the first three are a lot better than the later ones.
Yeah.
So that is the collection to have. I think when they kept trying
the
to
choice of that or Crash.
They kept trying to reboot it and stuff, and
they tried to Hollywoodify it, and it didn't really work along the way. So I thought Eternal Night was okay. Bringing them into Skylanders was fantastic. Introducing him to that sort of age group. Yeah, and the next one, Under Night in Birth. I ain't talking about this. My video's too long. Watch his video. However, the next one is one that I should have bought ages ago, but it's in the machine at the moment.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man on PS4. I picked this up, £20 find on the groups. Really happy to pay 20 quid for it. Really, really super looking forward to playing this. I imagine it's going to be kind of like Arkham sort of game, but with Spider-Man. Is it similar?
Exactly. That's all exactly it is.
Yeah. I mean, the last Batman game.
The only difference being, like, you know, obviously the funky swinging mechanics, but that's pretty much what the later Batman Arkham games were.
Yeah.
You know, you just flew around rather than swing. But the swinging mechanics are kind of amazing and stuff in that game. They're like really, really, really cool. And there's all the costumes to unlock, and that's a big thing. Playing it is to unlock the costumes. So the costumes give you bonuses and extra abilities and stuff.
Well, Richard's boy Connor has played it to death. He's like got everything and anything on it. It's not a massive game. When this came out, it was like a. We saw from the first trailers that it was going to be good. I mean, it's quite strange how they're downgrading graphics there. I mean, if you see the original trailers compared to the downgrade to when they come out, everyone hyped.
As always. But it still looks fucking gorgeous. You can't say it doesn't look beautiful. It looks beautiful. Yeah. One of the things
we don't really know. One day we'll invest in a 4K telly.
One of the things that I really love about that is that it's not fucking teenager fucking Peter Parker. You know, he's like in
never heard that story.
He's like in his 20s, whatever it is, late 20s, whatever. He's got his own apartment, or mid 20s, whatever. Own apartment. He's not living with Aunt May. He's helping like Aunt May out and stuff.
Got part with the great responsibility, great power. And
no, there's probably still that shit in there.
Fighting Randy Macho Man Savage.
Yeah, there's still probably that
we've
stuff
seen in every film ever, bar the last Spider-Man film, which. Yes, have you seen the last Spider-Man film?
Yes.
Oh, right, which they went straight to the fucking point, which was good.
It was still fucking teenage Spider-Man.
Yeah, good teenage Spider-Man.
Yeah. And Aunt May was quite hot in that, so.
Yeah, not Alyssa Milano.
Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei, that's it. Yeah. And
I've always fancied.
And Batman has the vulture. Figure that one out. Yeah. So he's just jumped ship. No, he hasn't, because it's still Marvel, isn't it?
Birdman.
No, DC to Marvel, yeah. I mean, they're all doing it. They're all like one character from one film, one character.
So Birdman as well.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a really cool film, that is. That's an awesome film. Still don't really know the ending. I'll have to watch a video on the ending.
I desperately want to watch Spider-Man, like the multiverse.
Yes.
But I have not actually been brave enough to be a 44-year-old man going to the cinema to watch it.
You want to see Spider-Pig. That's what it is.
Peter Porker, the spectacular Spider-Ham.
Yeah, that's what he wants to see, really. And that's been getting awesome reviews. I thought that was a TV series when they first announced it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, that looks like a good TV series, but no, it's really, really
It looks amazing. I mean, everyone's been raving about it, like being the best Spider-Man movie ever and stuff, so...
Looking forward to
it. It kind of brings the Miles Morales stuff kind of into the current stuff, which is cool. It's kind of weird, like, you know, if you were a Marvel person now, if you were like a teenager, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, and you'd seen the Avengers and stuff, and you're like, oh, I really like Iron Man, I'm going to go and get an Iron Man comic. And you go buy your Iron Man comic, and you sit there, and it's a woman, you know, and you're like, what about Spider-Man? He's a black guy. You know, it's like, That's
a woman.
That's a woman.
Yeah. Captain America, woman.
Yeah, no, Captain America is Falcon.
Oh, it's Falcon now, is it?
Yeah.
I remember him being US agent. Yeah. That's how old we are.
You're like, anyway. It's like, you know, Incredible Hulk. It's like, no, it's a Chinese guy. They have changed like so much stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to be racist. I just can't remember his name. I just remember he was Chinese. That's all. It's like, yeah, you know, there is a massive disparity between the comics now and the movies. I mean, it's great these movies have been successful, but they're all the characters that we grew up with, not the ones that are in the current comics. So I think there's a problem there.
Yeah. Even though our universes were rebooted still with Age of Apocalypse and so forth through the years and stuff like that.
But not all kinds of different events. They're always doing it. DC are the worst for it with their Crisis and stuff. But the thing is, there's actually like there was like two universes. There's like the Ultimate Universe in Marvel, and there's a regular universe. There's the regular universe where Nick Fury is David Hasselhoff, and then there's the Ultimate one where he's
watch that film. It is on YouTube.
Yeah, and then there's the Ultimate one where he's Samuel L. Jackson. You know, essentially. So
Samuel L. Jackson's just everyone these days.
Yeah,
he's you know, if you need a typical inspiring old guy, Samuel L. Jackson, bring in Mr.
Or Glass.
Or Glass.
That's cool.
Yeah, that does look really cool.
Very alternative superhero movie.
Yeah.
But yes, pickups.
Yes, my last pickups this month are Saturn games. There's a seller on eBay who was selling his Japanese Saturn collection off, and they were really decent prices. And unfortunately, I missed loads because as I was looking for them, they were disappearing off. It's like, no, stop selling. So the first one I picked up was Daru Densen 3.
Daru Densetsu.
Yeah, whatever.
Fatal Fury 3.
Yeah, Fatal Fury 3. Neo nerd.
Which is a Takara.
Look at the t-shirt.
Which is a Takara conversion and the only Takara conversion on the Saturn because they made such a bad job of it that SNK decided to do all the rest.
Yeah.
But we were talking earlier and it's not a bad game.
I actually played through this twice.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. I forgot you could jump towards the screen. So I was like, hang on, is that right? You know when you have a memory, you think, hang on, I'm doubting this. Is this supposed to be this way?
It's because that was the first one to have 3 planes. So you can jump into the back of the screen and the front of the screen.
Yeah. When at the front of the screen, you just want to like, punch it. Like, yeah, you're closer to me. Come here. But yeah, I really freaking enjoyed this, and I got like loads of like knocking them into the water and stuff like that. Free, which I didn't remember them having. But
you've hardly played 3.
Yeah, I did own this on my Saturn back in the day when I was around the corner from you. But it was so little play back in there because I kept going to play King of Fighters 95. Now what I played, I went back to King of Fighters 95.
The thing is, you had Real Bout before you played this.
Yeah.
You played Real Bout before you played this.
Shouldn't really do that. Real Bout's just a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
If you know, I mean, yeah, get the Real Bouts. Get Real Bouts. Don't get Real Bout 1. Get Real Bout Special.
Yeah.
If you want the best game, get Real Bout Special on the Saturn. Real Bout 2 is definitely better, but it's close. Anyway, but Real Bout 2 is not on the Saturn. So get that rather than Fatal Fury 3. But Fatal Fury 3 is very, very different in feel to the Real Bout games. I really like it. It's kind of a secret guilty pleasure of mine. But as we were sort of saying to each other earlier, get the ACA version.
Yeah. Or the compilation on the PS2.
Yeah.
The Battle Archives.
Yeah.
They're both really good versions.
Yeah. You know.
Or play it on MAME, or play it on any emulator as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Because we don't mind emulators.
Yeah.
We love emulators.
But you know, it's still not bad. I mean, a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's fucking shit." It's not bad. I mean, it's an average game, but it's a bad conversion. It's not a bad game, but it's a bad conversion.
Yeah. I say when I said to Tony, I just got, oh my God, when I got it, I put on for 5 minutes. Just remember how bad it was. But I was just surprised as I played through it twice. Really thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was good, but it was average. Okay, and the next one I bought off this dude was, could this be a different version of something you've bought this month?
No.
Samurai Shodown 3.
Nice, it might be.
God, you didn't buy nothing this month.
Yes.
I gave it to you for Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is quite good. And onto the memory of trying to get the 1 megabyte RAM card to work on the Saturn. So the 4 megabyte RAM card isn't too bad to work on the Saturn. It's relatively simple. However, the 1 megabyte RAM card, the little metal bits inside are a bit thinner. Oh my fucking God! It must have been about 30 different off and on, off and on.
It turns you into like a tank or mortar gunner. Because you're like up 1 mil, down 1 mil, left 1 mil, right 1 mil, you know, until you get that like perfect fucking sweet spot where it works.
Yeah. And seriously, it must have been 30 to 45 minutes till I got it to work.
Great game, though.
Yeah, great game. I was so pissed off of trying it. I was just in a mood playing it.
Yeah.
Well, once again, I say I enjoy playing this. This is actually a really good conversion as well. No, like Fatal Fury, there's no translation, there's no English option. That didn't happen until Samurai 4, which is the next on the to get list. But yeah, great game. Once you slow yourself down to play it, proper pace, unlike me wanting to go in and just kick shit out of everything straight away, slow yourself down. And I had a playthrough with, oh my god, the absolutely huge guy.
Oh, Gaowu.
Yeah, he
Gyro, right, his name.
Yeah.
Gyro?
Yeah. Didn't get too far, because it's still a hard game. Yeah, it's still a really hard game.
It is. 3 is actually probably, like, one of the hardest. It's a lot harder than 4. It is. I didn't say it in my video, but it's much, much harder than 4. And yes, I mean, all the ones apart from Fatal Fury 3, all the SNK games that are translated to the Saturn are fantastic. They're all really good conversions. They're not quite as good as the MVS versions, but I think they're better than the Neo CD versions. They have the same quality sound. They generally have more frames than the Neo CD versions. They have the same generally amount of frames as the MVS versions. And quicker loading than the Neo CD. And the CD music, which you don't get on the MVS. You know, your mileage might vary in how much you like the remix tracks. But I think they're really good. And, you know, they're kind of worth getting just to get the remix tracks and stuff.
It's strange because I was unaware until Mark over at Retrocore recently that the Saturn had its own soundtrack for King of Fighters 95. Yeah, I didn't know it was a completely new one just for King of Fighters 95. So hence I went back and watched all of the Retrocore because he compares like
he does all of them. He does all of them,
and it's really intriguing, and his accent is really strange. He's a top guy.
I mean, where he lives in Japan and stuff, his English
over the years
voice is really hard to understand. His pronunciation. He's speaking the words and stuff, but they all kind of blur into one. He's a fantastic guy, fantastic channel. I mean, Retrocore, go check it out if you haven't. The very, very in-depth and very informative, well-researched, complete the fucking opposite of us fuckers.
Research. I played these games this month. What are you saying?
That's true.
First time in about a year. And my last pickup from this dude, from this bundle of games, is this. Now, this game is called.
No, it's not. It's called Suiko Embu. Suiko Embu Funisaki.
Yeah, Suiko Embu Funisaki. Yeah. What he said. But basically, I didn't know much about this game. When I first got it, I was kind of like straight away, you can't see me doing this, but it's in a double case. So I opened it up, and there's me looking at it thinking, this disc's loose. This is really strange how, I mean, I know they did it sometimes, but why would it be a double case like that? And why does it look like 2 different games on the back? And, no, basically what happens is this game turns out to be a sequel to another game that was released on the Saturn. But before we talk about another game released on the Saturn, this game actually isn't too bad. There's one mechanism I really like in this game, is that you fight with weapons. And if you block too much, you don't lose your block, you lose your weapon for the entire round. And that makes it all the much different. No, does that make sense? And that makes it...
just
whatever.
Just ramble.
Yeah, let's just keep rambling. Let's start this guy. I enjoyed playing this. It's very like a budget. I'd say it's a bit better than the crappy stuff you used to get on the SNES.
It's a lot better than the SNES stuff.
This was like, I think, only about an 8.
I mean, the good thing is, I mean, it's by Data Reese, who did Fighters History, and they have actually put a Fighters History character in there, which is cool. You know, but it was done quite a bit after Fighters History. I have a problem with this series. That 2 doesn't actually play as well as 1, but it's a lot faster. But it doesn't play as well. But the first one's too slow.
The thing you will notice about this game is when you walk to or from each other, you pretty much are like, oh, you're on roller skates. And when you jump double tap forward back. You double tap forward back the whole screen. Now, I played through this game already with most characters. I really, really seriously like this game. But as I was going to say, I mean, basically, so I was looking into why there was an extra space, I mean, what was going on, why the different games in the back. background? Well, there wasn't really a reason, so I had to do something I don't normally do, and that's actual sort of proper research. So I did some proper research online. So I was asking the dude I bought this game off for, you know, but do you know much about this game? And I said, no, cheap, bought it direct from Japan, blah, 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 blah. And so it turns out it's actually a sequel. So I then went online, and after ages finding out the proper bloody name for it, I purchased myself
Suikiembo,
Outlaws of the Lost Dinosaur.
Dynasty, not dinosaur.
That would be better. That would be awesome. They could have dinosaur fatalities.
It should be Denver. If it's the last dinosaur,
Denver.
it should be Denver, the last dinosaur. If it's like little star glasses.
He's a friend and a whole lot more. Denver. Yeah. So I went online and I thought, it's a sequel. That's not too bad. I want to see how much I can get a prequel. So I looked this up. I found it in England. I mean, it's about 30 quid. Direct from Hong Kong.
I ordered that for £7, but never turned up a couple of years ago.
Direct from Hong Kong, £8 delivered.
Yeah.
And it turned up. See, this was the one. It just made this month's pickups. Yeah. It turned up like the 30th, I think it was, or the 29th. And when I put this on, see, my opinion on this is something different to yours because it's slower. And I played the first one a hell of a lot that day. I couldn't adjust to playing this one. Yeah. Everything about it's
too slow.
Yeah, it's
much too slow. But I think it plays better.
Yeah.
I think personally that it plays better than that.
A lot smaller character roster, obviously.
But it's too slow.
And one thing I was used to is running in, combo / running away.
Yeah.
No, you run in and it hasn't even got a double jump forward. You just move a few steps.
It's to me, I think that this series is kind of a Goldilocks thing.
Yeah.
It's either too hot or it's too cold. There is no in between. And if there was an in between game, that would be the one to have.
This also come out in America under the name of Dark Legends.
Yeah, it was actually. Do you know it was actually originally an STV game?
Oh, was it?
You know the Sega's arcade board.
Arcade board, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do now. But yeah, I mean, but when you hear of a game and you think, oh, it's going to look a prequel, and you worry it's going to be like 40-50 quid, and the thing is, if you're going to collect for import games, don't, for heaven's sake, look at UK and American sellers. You're just gonna pay so much above all odds.
You might get lucky. You might get lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and again, someone will put something up on a straight bid.
Yeah.
And they might even mislist it or something.
Yeah.
And you might get it for a stupid price. You might get it really cheap.
Yeah. But for the most part, especially when it comes to Saturn games, just I mean, the international
choose that
sellers,
worldwide option.
Yeah.
Choose that worldwide option.
But I did enjoy. I couldn't beat the last boss in it.
Yeah.
I was frustrated by how slow it was because I was so used to playing it, and I played that, so I did play that a lot before I started playing this. And it wasn't as bad as you can imagine going from Street Fighter 2 to Street Fighter 1.
Yeah.
No, not as bad. But it was, it was very different. And I'm not sure, it's one of these games, I think it's this game, or it's the other one. There's two modes when you boot it up. I think it might be this one. You get the choice of arcade or special mode, and they basically include different moves. It's only really a different move set and different difficulty. And it's quite strange because in America, when it came out in America, they actually removed the special mode. It was only arcade. And it's really strange. Before the game all starts, you pick special or arcade.
It will be this game because the other one never came out in America.
You cannot, simple it as, pick, you don't go into the options to pick it. It's the option before the game starts. So, yeah. But so I enjoyed it, but I would have probably enjoyed it more if I'd have played it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I had that and I played that, and I did enjoy that, I really enjoyed that, and I thought I'd look into the sequel and I'd look into it, find out, so I'd get it.
But like I said, I think the second one, the biggest problem with the second one is it feels really sloppy with how fast it is. I mean, even when you just look at the footage, it's just like a bunch of mad random jumping around and stuff. It
sounds like I was just playing games anyway.
It's not tight or focused. But like I say, they've both got. And I'm not saying the first one's the best one at all. I mean, they've both got problems, is what I'm basically saying.
There's definitely a hint of Fighters History Dynamite in the way the second one plays. Yeah. Definitely a hint of it. But yeah, so I heard about the one character it got from Fighters History Dynamite, which the first one, which of course for America. It's quite strange. I mean, I tried to look for the American version just to humour myself, and there wasn't one on there. There hadn't been one sold for ages. So obviously, I imagine that's one of the
huge
American Saturn games. It's going to cost you your house. But yeah, I say for the collection, it works. I probably paid like 16 quid, and you can't. Oh, I just enjoy them. They're really good, enjoyable one-on-one beat 'em ups. I used to have issues like with 97 where, because I love stories in games so much that if I didn't have an idea of the story, I'd be like, I'd be detached and not be interested. But
it's a fighting game.
I know. Since I've got over that, as a player like playing Mario Odyssey and so forth, I've really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Like honestly, from like the exact opposite, because I had like a Super Wild Card.
Yeah.
And I had and I used to get import games before that, and I had so many import Japanese games and stuff that it really.
That one with the dog and the person.
Wonder Project J.
Yeah.
It never, ever.
There was no English, but he did loads of it.
Yeah, it never ever bothered me. It never ever bothered me. I mean, yeah, there were like Japanese games that you couldn't play. I mean, Final Fantasy V, Dragon Quests and stuff on the SNES. I wanted to play those so badly, and I kind of tried, and honestly, it was just like banging your head against the wall. It was just absolutely undoable.
If we had the internet back then,
yeah,
it would have helped.
Yeah. I did Final Fantasy VIII for quite a long way through.
I remember watching you on the train park.
Yeah, I did it for quite a long way through, but it was a lot easier because everything's a lot more visual with the PlayStation. When you're looking at just like little tiny characters with walls of text, you haven't got a clue what's going on if it's in Japanese. You haven't got a damn clue. With Final Fantasy VIII, there was a lot of like cutscenes, and even the non-FMV cutscenes, you could roughly tell perhaps what was going on.
Yeah.
You know, you could work out occasionally like the name of a town or something. You could generally guess that you've got to a bit where you've got to do something else, and you can generally find the trigger that you've got to do to get to the next thing. Yeah,
you sort of like learn some symbols, didn't you?
Yeah, you just memorise basic symbols.
Fishy, smiley fishy.
Fish, yeah. Everything was fish.
Back in the day,
everything was fish. I mean, that's the thing. You named your character.
Stickman.
You could name your characters so you could choose symbols that you could recognise. So everyone was, you know, one character would be called fish, 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 fish. You know, one character would just, be other kanjis that were just easy to see and memorise. So you'd know which one was being talked about and stuff. So,
So back in the Mega Drive days, I had no import stuff and all that. And was it the Magic Drive that came out from? I had the opportunity to buy it, but I missed out on it. I was so looking forward to get it, but no. You know, all you people down there, Andrew, Colin, everyone else, hello.
Chelsol and other names that I just can't remember off the top of my head because it's really, really late, and I do apologise, and I do talk to you all, and you're great, and it's really great to hear from you all, and you're all awesome, but we just can't remember your names. So I mean, is there any series that you really like? I mean, is there any series that even though you know there's really bad games, you've gone and just purchased just to have them in your collection? Because obviously there is for me. And yes, because you're a Sonic fan, you know. Of course there's really bad games you'll never fucking play.
But I've countered that by having Mario Odyssey. So yes. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Be good to each other. Be friendly. Have a cup of tea, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.